during the evening hours of the 12th of June 2017. Tropical storm Merbok continues to near the coastline of Hong Kong. The storm system has intensified today. Right now, JTWC maintains about 35 knots, JMA up to about 45 knots in the center of circulation. Take a look at radar. It looks like winds could even be a little bit higher than that. The center of circulation really is continuing to tighten up. And look at this banding continuing to wrap around just outside of the city here. Good news, the worst of it, and it looks like the heaviest of the precipitation, the right front quadrant, should stay just towards the east of Hong Kong, but still a lot of urban areas out here, and the front quadrant will be missing downtown Hong Kong. You're still going to be looking at some pretty rough weather through the overnight hours here, and that is why the Hong Kong Observatory issued a signal force number 8. This is basically the city shutting down for the night, asking everybody to stay indoors, away from windows, and yeah, just stay safe until the storm passes. Good news, it's in the evening, and by the time the morning hours do come around, we should have much fairer conditions, and that warning should be dropped. But if this was in the middle of the day, for example, all businesses would be told to close down. And interesting information from a few of the airports out here. Winds right now gusting upwards about 18 knots in Hong Kong. That's making this right around 6 p.m. So just showing that with that inner core of the winds in the right front quadrant of this storm system, it seems pretty tight, and the winds are going to deteriorate, or increase, I should say, fairly swiftly. What I find interesting is that a lot of the planes are trying to avoid this storm as well. Of course they are. It is a tropical storm system, but some of these bigger ones are able to fly over top of it. If you look at some of these smaller jets that are going in and out of Hong Kong, they have to kind of sit off here towards the side until this storm system passes. And you can even see some of these other ones which are coming in. We actually been seeing them loop in a few of these areas here. So I found that kind of interesting how flights are responding. That's actually a good example right here. There's one just sitting there and waiting to get in. Now, a lot of them are trying to land until those winds pick up, and it's going to be very interesting, and I'm sure over the next several hours you can follow it on Flight Radar 24, how these planes are going to react once those winds do start to pick up. Hopefully most of them do land. Little side information there. I found it interesting, and I want to share it with you. But right now, the storm is going to continue to track inland. Winds are going to decrease, but the big thing is this is going to be really getting dissolved into the rainy season front. And what that means is that it's just going to be adding to the moisture out here, and it looks like more rainfall is in the forecast across much of central and southeastern China. Unfortunately, we've been seeing very serious flooding across this region. With more rain in the forecast, definitely could pose the threat of additional flooding, but also landslides, especially here across much of Guangdong and over towards Fujian province. And eventually, this is all going to pull towards the east across the Amami Islands and Okinawa. So I know a lot of military people watch these video updates from the Okinawa area, and do be prepared as we go ahead, especially heading into Wednesday. Lots of rain in the forecast. Wind, maybe not so much, but it is going to be some heavy showers out there and a few thunderstorms associated with that as well. We are in tropical season and also the rainy season, so this shouldn't be too much of a surprise. Those of you who may be new to that area, yeah, you just do want to make sure drains are clear around your location, and also any light objects outside. I think that's a general rule as we get into typhoon season. You want to secure all that. But one last look at the visible satellite imagery. Pretty impressive blow up of convection over Taiwan as well here, and of course this storm system continuing to near the coast. Now this is going to take a moment to upload, so I'm sure by the time it gets on and you watch this has already made landfall. Just something to keep in mind. All right, thanks for watching and stay safe, guys.